Hello everybody, it's FN2188 here, and I'm going to be doing something a little different. This video is going to be 10 most underrated Black Series figures. My top 10 are going to be based out of my collection, so I cannot tell you anything that I do not fully know, so that's why you guys get the most honest opinion of somebody who actually owns the figures, if they're worth purchasing, and they're just going to be a really quick 10 to 30 second, here's this, what's good about it, what's not good about it. So I hope you guys enjoy. So let's get on to this video. So we're going to start off with honorable mentions. Really briefly, I'm just going to say one that I do have, which I do not have right in front of me right now, or off to the side, is Plo Koon. Plo Koon is one of the many really good alien character sculpts that Hasbro has done. The paint job is excellent. The cloth robe just makes it all look like you just pulled him right out of the screen. Only thing that kind of subtracts from this is that the lightsaber's paint job is not accurate to his whatsoever. Totally just ripped the lightsaber hilt off of General Grievous. Another honorable mention would be Endor Luke, which I actually have right here. This was Endor Luke, but I did swap out the belt. Hint, hint, this is being worked on. I did gloss paint job, but that's for another day. It's just very versatile. You can have it as him on Endor, him fighting Vader. It's a great figure. Now on to the actual list. Number 10, we have the Rebel Hoth Trooper. I know a lot of people really love this one, but I don't think it ever gets the credit it deserves. This guy is still pretty cheap, and for anybody who's really into Empire Strikes Back, this is a perfect figure. Primarily because just this. A lot of people know this, but you can swap out the faces. You can give him a scarf, which I don't have on him right now. Give him goggles. You can change him up, make him basically your own unique rebel soldier, and it's just a perfect idea. And you also, on top of that, you can change out what weapons he uses. It's just a great figure overall. He's been released twice already, so definitely suggest picking this guy up if you are a fan. Next figure, another alien creature would be Admiral Akbar. Of course, his articulation is a bit hindered, but it's not like the character ever does anything crazy articulated. All you really need is just the arms, and they even threw in a Rebel blaster. You can get him still pretty cheap. Personally, I think this guy is a great pickup because you can also open up his mouth, play with him a bit. Nom nom nom. It's not only just a trap, it is a great figure. I hope that they release more Mon Calamari characters down the road. A perfect Galaxy's Edge exclusive figure would be the Resistance Captain. I forgot his name, but the one that's on the Rise of Resistance ride. Moving on to number 8, we have Yoda. A lot of people criticize this for looking a little too big, but I really don't mind. It was the best way of getting any type of articulation in as little of a figure as possible. He has waist swivel and even double elbows. Comes with a ton of accessories, basically anything Yoda needs, and you can turn him into prequels Yoda. His head sculpt works for either prequels Yoda or original trilogy Yoda. You can have him crouch down with both hands on a cane. I just think it's overall a really nice figure, and even though this was made a few years ago and released in the 40th anniversary for Empire Strikes Back and the Archive Wave, it's still an easy figure to pick up, relatively cheap, so I definitely suggest this one, mainly because of the excellent upgrade that it is from the original. Now moving on to number 6. The way they kind of got this one to work, it's way better than it was originally. His lightsaber is definitely one of the strongest lightsaber blades I know. This guy took 20 shelf tumbles, I swear, and you wouldn't even be able to tell. His lightsaber blade is just, it's the perfect lightsaber blade, mainly because of this and the incredible job that they done on their face. I don't think anybody could really top what Hasbro did to Qui-Gon's face. That on top of the somewhat okay Jedi body, I guess it does have the double joints, but the only thing this figure would be missing would be a nice dark brown cloak to kind of make this look a little bit more seamless. What I just realized was that was number 7. Now this is the real number 6. Greedo. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the character. I have a ton of Greedo merchandise. I'm not even joking. I have everything from hot chocolate mugs to autographs to basically anything Greedo related. Cereal, everything. But just the perfectness of this head sculpt. What is this? His belt comes off. I did not even know that. I just realized that on camera. So you can have him like this if you really wanted to. Wow. Okay, anyways. He's such an amazing figure. Mainly because of the Rhodian hairstyle. Like, for such an old figure, he holds up really, really well. He just has the perfect amount of wash to him. Perfect paint job to this to make it look like sandy-ish. And like, just dirt and grime has gotten into the small cracks and whatnot. Just overall, definitely worth a pickup if you ever see him for $25 or under as a re-release for the Power of the Force. Alright, and on to number 5 is Zuckuss. I heard some people really do like this guy, but it's kind of a small amount of people who actually really have him. Mainly because this guy is just... he's kind of an oddball. He only appears in the Darth Vader calling bounty hunters scene where he has all the bounty hunters lined up. He's at the very, very end of the row. But for a completely new and unique sculpt for a figure with a unique robe and detailing all over the place, even if you don't know who this is, he just makes a great job of just kind of being a background character. Best part is this figure is also on the cheaper end. I see a lot of people selling this guy for $20 or under, just for the sake of it being an incredible paint job and incredible sculpt. Because it's one of the really good alien characters that Hasbro has done, it's definitely worth a pickup. Number 4 may not be surprising, but the Tusken Raider. You can really just piece together your own gaffy stick. It just brings a lot more personality to the figure itself. You can do what you really want. If you want to take off the robe, take off the robe. Just make it a little bit more unique. You have a bunch of these guys. Have them around Luke Skywalker, have them around the Mandalorian, have them around Boba Fett, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen that yet, which I don't know why you wouldn't. It's just a really, really nice figure. Great arm articulation. The one thing is that this is sort of a traffic cone, but it is split all the way up on the sides so that you can, if you really want, make it possible to do this. Incredible paint job on the face as well. I definitely suggest getting the archive version of this. Number 3 might be a little biased as well. The fact that this character, for something so small, is just very accurate looking. Even though it's so cartoony, it just looks accurate. Pull Greedo over. He looks just about the size he should be in the show. He was one of my favorite characters in the show. I think they just did this figure justice. The amount of posing you could just do with such a small but odd looking character, the flame effect especially, this is just incredible. It just looks so nice. I think a lot of people just kind of write it off, oh, I'm gonna get this because it completes the squad. My personal favorite Luke, this is X-Wing Starfighter Luke from the archive wave, especially the archive release, mainly because this is what I think peak photoreal is. A lot of people may disagree, I know, but it just, before it got all shiny, like, as you can tell, this looks shiny. Let's go, folks. And like, this is old. The sculpt itself is old, but just mixing that with a somewhat new paint job, somewhat new photoreal job to it, it just makes it look incredible. From the bagginess of the pants, the sculpt itself, the paint job, it's just incredible. Definitely worth picking up. Now, the most underrated figure, in my opinion, this guy. He gets overlooked by basically every Mandalorian figure out there, mainly because they're new, right? And they're just all a little bit better articulation. I know the one thing that kills this figure is the fact that its arms doesn't go all the way up. But in actuality, Jango used his guns like this. He might have had it up at one point, but you can always finagle it to make it look like it's up. You can put him in some really good stances, but the one thing that I really enjoy about especially this version. This is the Gaming Greats one. If this was the regular version, it would definitely not be making this list. It's just the paint job and the head. This head is what I think is the closest thing we'll ever have to a clone head. Besides the Fives and Echo, I don't know if those... Did those have removable helmets? I don't have either one. But if those did, this is just an incredible way to get a clone head. Either way, it is a great figure. The proportions on it is incredible. The jetpack, the paint job itself. It's just overall a really, really great figure. Especially with the purple showing through and his armor being as shiny and silver as it is. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my top 10 most underrated. If you do agree, you can kind of see my point with some of the figures, especially the alien characters. These are just based off of figures I personally have, but if you guys have any ones that I don't have, they might be ones I don't have, but if you think there are ones that are objectively better figures that just don't get enough love, just let me know in the comments below. I want to see your top 5s, top 10s of all time, and if you guys want, I could probably do a top 10 of my own collection, but I already know that maybe 1 or 2 of these are going to make that list. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.